Hi, Dave Roscoe here. It is Friday, June 6th, 2025, and I am really late. And you want to know why? My first test of the scammer bot was a failure. It was close, but close doesn't win races. It really bothered me that I lost this one. I know how to make this bot work so much faster, but I need the help of the PyCore team. And I'll give you the details on that a little bit later. I spent most of the day trying to make this better because it really bugged me. I feel really bad for this guy who lost his pie. He made a mistake and it cost him. I really wanted to help him. But it's Friday and the weekend's coming up and it's almost summer. We shouldn't be focusing on the negative. We should be happy. I invite all of you to be happy. I'm not happy. I'm pissed off, but you can be happy. Looking at the metrics, the circulating supply is 7.34 billion pi, and there were 23,939 user accounts migrated yesterday, totaling 11.9 million pi. There is 62.1 million pi in the Pi migration wallet, which is up quite a bit from yesterday, meaning they topped up, which they do periodically. The migrations stopped late yesterday, and then they started up again in the early hours of the night, which was kind of weird. And now they've continued again. I'm really encouraged by the pace at which migrations are happening right now. Now, there are people who will look at this two different ways. Some people say there's too many coins in the market, there's too many unlocks, it's hurting the price, and they're not happy about it. But you have just as many people who were unhappy about not being migrated. So how do you win here? You can't. So as far as I'm concerned, get everybody migrated, let the price do whatever it does, and then leave it up to us to boost the price. And how do we do that? By using Pi. Just a thought. The migrated unlocked rewards are at 2.12 billion pi, with 11.8 million pi unlocked in the last 24 hours and now free to be traded on the open markets. Looking at the price action, the Pi coin is currently trading at 62 cents, which is up 1.15% from this time yesterday. The market cap is at $4.57 billion, which is up 1.32%. The daily trading volume is at $59.25 million, which is down 33% from this time yesterday. That's low trading volume. Be very careful. And looking at the chart here, we can see we had a downward trend for a while, ending at around 6 a.m. this morning. And then we've been peaking up till about 2 p.m. And now we've been trading relatively sideways for the last several hours. And that's typical for the Pi coin. Once we settle on a value, we tend to trade sideways for a while, and then things change. Low volume is a signal for volatility just because things can happen either way very quickly. So be careful. Well, as I mentioned yesterday, my buy order was triggered at 61.3 cents, and I bought $100 worth of Pi. And now I've set up my long position. As you can see here, I've set up 3 take profits at roughly 70 cents, roughly $1, and about $1.50. It doesn't get much longer than that. When's the last time we saw $1.50? The title of my video yesterday was Skin in the Game. And in case you missed it, it was an indication that I was putting my own skin in the game. Now, again, I'm not a trader. I just as soon hold this Pi. I said I would do it, and I did it. And I'm not going to touch this. Whatever happens, happens. I have a stop loss that's set at 55 cents. If the Pi coin drops at 55 cents, all of my Pi will be sold at that price for a roughly 10% loss. It is what it is. But I just want to show you that this is how I feel about the Pi coin. I don't think that the Pi coin has no future. I think it has a great future. And this is only scratching the surface. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And now you see the proof. Periodically, I'll show you that these positions are still open. If any of these hit, I'll let you know, because that's good news. Good news for me, good news for you, good news for the pie community. So as I mentioned, my anti-scammer bot did not successfully save this person's pie. It was close. This is the output from the Stellar Consensus Protocol Network. And as you can see highlighted in red, the error was bad sequence. What it means is that the pie was still there, and the scammer only beat me in registering their transaction first. And there are ways that they did that, and I understand how they did it. And I've made tweaks to my script to help prevent that. I don't know if the second time's the charm, third time's the charm, or 100th time is the charm, but I'm going to keep trying, at least for a little while. Doing this is costing me a significant amount of money, and I'm happy to do it as long as there's some level of success. If there's no success, then I'm going to shut it down. I want to give hope to people who know that all they can do is watch their pie disappear. And this one was personal for me. This was my first test, and I feel bad for this person who lost their pie. We were watching this for several days and hoping this would work, and it didn't, unfortunately. I took a look at the transaction. It ended up going directly to a Gate.io wallet. So what I did was get the exact details of this transaction and instructed the victim in this case to contact Gate.io, let them know what happened, and give them these details. I had another person who had a similar problem, and I gave the same level of detail, and the exchange put a freeze on that wallet so that they couldn't do anything with it. I don't know what the final outcome was, but I hope it resulted in them getting their pie back. I don't know. All we can do is try. Now, one thing I'm going to say is that there is a way for me to help people much more than what my current bot can do, because I know how this works. The way that most of these bots have to work is at a level of the network that is not very fast, not very efficient, and it can go a lot deeper. And if I can do that, then I can beat these scammers almost every time. So what I'm asking for is, if there's anybody who's listening to this video, has access to the Pi Core team, whitelist me so I can set up a watcher node on the main net. If I can do that, then I can help almost anybody who comes to me looking for help. Short of that, I'm going to do whatever I can to get my current bot as fast and efficient as possible, because I want to see a win here. It's personal now. Well, that's all I've got for today. I know this video is late. I'm sorry. Like I said before, I have ADHD. So when I latch onto something, I can't let it go. And that's to the exclusion of everything else. And the fact that I'm making this video now means I've exhausted all of my options. And without any help, what I've got is going to have to suffice. So if there's anybody out there who knows their wallet is compromised and is about to lose their pie in the next 24 to 72 hours, let me know, and we can try to save it. My first attempt failed. I know why it failed. I've made some changes. It's better now than it was. Maybe we can be successful. If anything breaks, I'll be on here to let you know. But until then, don't panic. Stay the course. And remember, the success of the Pi Network begins with you. Pi to the moon. Peace.